Hey everybody, Mazer here, and we have a new review for you. A while ago, I reviewed an app on the phone called Claw E, which allowed you to remotely control claw games overseas to win nifty little prizes. My biggest concern being the cost of each turn, and if you actually get the product in the mail. I did, and it turned out the app was legit despite the very long wait times to get your product. However, in that video, somebody commented that they like an app called Toreba. And they said Toreba is their preference, and I decided, hey, another claw game app, let's take a look. So for the last 4 or 5 days, I have been scouring the app, and I have decided to make this review right away instead of trying to wait for a prize to be delivered. And you'll see why in just a second. So, let's take a look at the app real fast. I'm going to open it up. Crane game, Toreba. Got a cute little kitty cat as its mascot. I love it. So, just like Claw E, this has a bunch of different products for you to scroll through. Unlike Claw E, the products seem a lot better in quality. For example, you got a bunch of really cool anime characters here, such as Kimetsu no Yaiba. You got some anime style Star Wars figurines, RE0. You got a cute little Godzilla character. You got Goku quintessential quintuplets. I don't know what that is. Yeah, but you have some really cool anime figures here. Saw some Captain America. So yeah, right off the bat you can see that there's a huge quality difference in the prizes you can win. If you go over to the plushies, you got these, you got a good old Charmander, you got some hedgehogs, or I'm sorry, animals dressed as hedgehogs. You got a turtle rabbit, because everyone needs one of those. You got some cute plushies, you got some anime plushies. They're all really cute, a little Meowth and a Raichu. Swing on over to miscellaneous goods, you got these box storage racks. You got some trading can badge after school things, some soft dream memory foam pillows, the Tom and Jerry premium DVD box set. Oh yes, yes, yes. Who does not want a Tom and Jerry box set? A UVC antibacterial case 2, a Snoopy Diomachus, I don't know, Earth Dry block. They used to have snacks, but I'm guessing with the situation in the world, they're not handing out food to people right now. Let's see here, we got some toys, which includes a Strange Bell Harmony, card capture security, handheld game machine, little player pianos, little animal figurines, and limited run objects. Some of those have the company's logo on them, some of them are just here for a short time. Now that we've seen the quality of the products they're offering, let's see how much they cost. If we go down here, purchase TP, we got the full cost list. You get $5,000 for $5.49 USD. You get $10,000 for $10.99 USD. $20,000 for $21.99, all the way to $220,000 TP for 219 American dollars. You can also get TP for free. If we click here, you can get TP by joining these apps. For example, finish level 11 in Board Kings gets you 27,000 TP. Score points and earn rewards in Wudoko. Don't even know what that is. You can play Merge Dragons and so on and so forth. So basically you have to link up an app that you own and complete a challenge, and you can get up to, now there's a very important keyword right there, up to 21,000. You're not guaranteed 21,000, it's up to. This one right here, for example, though, download an app on Lucky Trivia Live and win real prizes. That will get you 5,040 guaranteed. The slot machines, up to. That's a key word right there. So there's the cost. Now, if we go back to the games, you'll see that on average, every turn is about 2,000 TP. So that's about roughly $2.25, give or take, per round. And in terms of high-end claw machines, that seems about average. You see, this is what I find funny. This character right here, this RE0 character, is about $2 and maybe 50 cents, maybe 75 cents for a little 21 centimeter figurine. However, you can go for the Luggage for only $1,800, which is just about $2. Now, when you sign up for this app, you get 5 free plays on any one of the machines. There's no real limit on terms of quality or price. You get 5 free, and they say you can also get 2 free on the 10th of every month and 1 free at the start of every month. So you can play for free and let you accumulate them as long as you keep logging in. But the question is, how do you play the game? Well, like Claw E, you'll choose one of these and it'll pop up a claw machine screen. Let's load this little bunny rabbit one. Alright. And what you do is you hit play the machine, and this plastic claw you can move to the left, to the right, and then you move it back, and then it will stop, go down, grab the object, and pull it towards the bottom. Or so you think. This is where we get into the meat of the problem with this specific app. You see, with this specific app, they make it nearly impossible for you to win a prize. This is not a claw game in the traditional sense. This is more like one of those arcade games where you drop the quarter in and it falls on a stack of quarters. Eventually, the machine will push the quarters forward and knock more quarters down for you to win prizes. But you're almost never going to get quarters your first try. You have to keep trying, keep stacking, keep stacking. And from what I've observed, that is the same style of gameplay for this claw machine. Alright, you most likely will not win on your first, second, fifth attempt. In fact, what I've seen other players doing is they wait in line when a prize is about to be won, so they could all work together to start nudging it off the bars. You see, where Claw-E and more traditional claw machines do is you have an object, the claw moves, grabs it, and drops it down the slot. The way they are set up is the claw's gripping strength is all determined by how much the machine has been fed in terms of money. When a certain amount of money has been hit, the claw machine is going to tighten the grip and allow you to get the prize easier. However, that being said, even when the machine is slightly loose, you still have an opportunity to get the item and have it drop down the chute. That's not the same way they play the game here, and I'll show you what I mean. So here we are on one of the figurine claw machines. There are 2 figures here, one marked with an A, one marked with a B, and you can see which one they are in the background. This person right now is currently playing. Now, as you can see, the claw made it around the box, but then slipped right out. That's because the claws have almost no gripping strength whatsoever. Furthermore, as you can see, the toys are lined up on these 2 bars. Now, the claw is not strong enough to grab the box and lift it off the bars and drop it under. No, what you got to do is get the box to fall between the bars. So as you can see, there's actually a bar right here that's higher up. That will prevent the boxes from falling forward. So even if you did grab the box and somehow get it lifted, the claw cannot actually get the box over this bar. It'll just knock it off. You need to rotate the box to fall between these 2 specific bars. This costs $2 and about 25 cents per round, maybe $2.50. Ah, someone's going right now. Let's take a look at how they do it. You think that's a good grip. But no. It barely lifts the box and it just falls back into position. Now I sat down and watched several other people play these different games, and in about maybe 4 or 5 hours of observation, I did not see a single person win a single prize. Not once. There was a game station, whose video I will post at the end of this, where they got very close to winning, and they had about 5 people lined up in the queue, and they were all taking turns, but not one person could get that last corner off the box. In fact, as they kept playing, each person would actually make it worse by nudging the box back to the original position. I watched at least maybe 10 or 20 people playing for this little game, handheld game console. Not one once. They were all spending about $2.50 per turn, and not one person came even close to knocking the box between those 2 little bars to win the prize. You tell me though, Mazer, it's obvious they don't want you to win the big stuff that easily. They want to get their money's worth, and I understand that. But let's look at something a little more on the cheap side. Let's go to the plushies, and let's find one of the smaller ones that somebody's playing to get. Here we go. Someone's trying to win this cute little penguin plushie. Shouldn't be too hard, right? Well, there you have it. So here's how this works on this particular one, because I actually played one of these. Half of the box is in the back row. The claw cannot physically get that far back. That's probably as much as you can go. So a lot of people have different strategies. Like right here, they went for an angle, hoping to tilt the box. That doesn't always work. But as I said, the claw cannot go all the way in the back, so the whole back end that's on that platform is unreachable. Alright, so what they got to do is try to grab here or towards the middle to lift this end up to knock that portion off. When the game starts, this box is actually all the way back to the back of the crane machine. So this is probably several dozen people's attempts just to get this far. And what I've observed is people will start watching. You can see people watching here. But once the prize starts getting close to getting knocked down, all of a sudden everyone jumps into the queue, hoping to jump on the prize before someone else wins it. So the coin analogy I made is actually very appropriate for this. You're hoping to bank on everyone else's hard work to get the prize this close to the edge. And you're hoping that before your turn, they get it even closer, so that when it's your turn to use this flimsy claw, you'll have a chance of winning. No luck right there either. Now, you would think, like I said, if you grab it up here and lift it upwards at an angle, it would slide in. Again, after watching this for several hours, the claw is never that strong. You might be able to get it up a bit, but it lets go almost immediately. Oh, someone might try my example. Let's see how it goes. Gotta lift and back down. As you can see, it is nudging off that corner right there. So eventually, somebody will win. I'm not saying these are impossible. I'm saying you're going to drop a lot more money than the products are worth. More so than an average claw machine. So this is an example of what a prize looks like when they first restock it. As you can see, the plushie is really far back there. Now, to give you an example of how limited of movement you actually have with these robots, as you can see, only its tiny little legs are available. We want to try to get this claw as far back as possible. Alright, so we're going to go back to the main camera. We're going to hit play. And we're going to use up my last free play. So let's give it a shot. So I want to move it. Nice and responsive. That's a positive. Stop right there. Now we're going to go as far back as possible. Stops. There you go. That is as far as I can go. I moved the leg. Yep. That's it. That is it. The only part of this region that is able to be touched is the dog's back paw right there. All of this is unavailable. So you're going to have several dozen people, again, slowly trying to nudge this backwards until it falls into the hole. And this is what they recommend. That was one of the recommended ones. And the way they set these up are just astounding for each different type of prize. Let's click on this one and take a look. Okay, so this is like the figurines. It's set on 2 bars that you're going to have to knock it in between. 3 bars, actually. Another style of this crane game is the envelope. Now the way the envelope works is, these are My Hero Academia keychains, is you got to slowly pry this envelope out from between these 2 bars and eventually let it fall. This is actual footage of me trying the envelope yesterday. First I tried to go for the middle end, hoping to lift it up, but as you can see, claw just slips right through. So this time I decided to go for the front end of the envelope, hoping to lift it up, but the claw doesn't make it that far. So let's say you are one of the lucky few people who actually win a prize. Again, not impossible, just very improbable. You want this shipped to your house. Well, if you click over here to the shipping icon, after you verify your email and register a credit card, it says shipping fee will be free once per 7 days. Free shipping is available for all countries except South America and Africa. Free shipping is available every 7 days after your last shipment order. So I actually looked up the frequently asked questions, and here's how this works. For you to get the 7 days after your last shipment order, you must pay for one-time shipping. So let's say I win a prize. I pay the shipping, the prize gets sent to me. 7 days after the prize is sent out, those 7 days are now free. So if I win another prize within that week period, it will be shipped to me for free, and then so on and so forth. But how much is shipping and handling for that original shipment? Well, if it's 1,000 grams or less to North Central America and Europe, it is 20,000 TP. See, I never liked that. I never liked when they use the actual game currency for shipping instead of telling you flat out how much it is. But yes, 1,000 grams or less to the United States is 20,000 TP. If it is 9,000 grams or less, it is 80,000 TP. Okay, so let's see. How much was 20,000 TP again? It is $21. That is quite pricey for shipments, but I understand this is coming from another country, and sometimes that costs a lot when it comes to shipping and handling. But you know, I shop on Wish.com and Alibaba and stuff like that. That comes from overseas. I never remember paying that much, no matter what I bought. So that's quite surprising. So, with the way the game is set up, with its very low win percentages, at least from what I've watched, the high cost of tokens, and the high cost of shipping, honestly, I can't even really recommend this. I'm not a fan of these kind of claw games where it's not skill, It's not even chance. It's 100% luck based on how much work other players have done. This whole concept of blocking the item between two bars and having to constantly nudge it into a position that it falls through, I am not a fan of this whatsoever. Now, I understand that not all claw machines are the same, and I understand that this company has to make money and make it difficult because these are higher quality items, but still, this seems absolutely ridiculous to me. Maybe I'm just a bigger fan of the cheaper claw machines where you win cute little prizes. I mean, it doesn't... There's these claw machines that you have to move a key and twist something or cut a wire, but at least, you know, those are a lot more fun to watch and they have a little bit more of a skill level. You're not going to be guaranteed to twist the key on the first try or snip the wire the first try, but at least you could have the fun of gauging and trying to determine if you can get it through the hole or cut the wire properly. This, you gotta wait for everyone else to move the toy to the right position before you even have a chance of maybe winning the prize. Let's see how many people are playing this one. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this kind of claw machine. This one's even worse. Look at this. This is angled. This is angled. So this poor guy right there is stuck between a rock and a hard place. I mean, it seems like it's close to falling, but not really. And same with this one, but since the claw is so slack, it's not going to do anything. So, oh well. So at the end of this video, I am going to show a little showcase of all the attempts I watched while observing other people play and some of the attempts from when I played. I'm going to splice it all together and let you make a decision for yourself. I do not believe this is a scam. I do believe you do get what you want eventually if you so happen to win. I just don't think the cost necessary to nudge one of these into place is worth it. So, yeah, I cannot recommend this, and unfortunately, I didn't even win like a small keychain to test shipping and handling. So, it is what it is. Oh, well. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I am Mazer, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.